You're watching the TC MMA podcast.
Edson Barboza, who I really like, taking on an undefeated Lerone Murphy. And we need to get this one right to move to 9-8. And it's a very tough pick. But luckily, when we made the pick, we didn't know what was going to happen with Derek Lewis. So not as much pressure. Be much more fun to watch and not have to pick now and second guess myself. Here it is. In the featherweight division, your main event at UFC Vegas 92. It's going to be a banger. You got Edson Barboza, Brazilian, coming in at 24-11, taking on undefeated Lerone Murphy, who comes in at 13-0. Barboza, 2 inches taller at 5'11". He's 38 though. He's getting up there. Murphy's still in the prime at 32. Barboza, 1 inch reach advantage, no big deal there. They both stand right-handed. Now slight differences. Barboza slightly more active, 4.2 significant strikes per minute to 3.7 for Murphy. So that's going to be about 5 to 10 throughout the fight. So that's within a distance for Murphy to catch up. Murphy also lands like a takedown and a half, or a takedown every other round. Will be the best way to put it. Barboza can go to the ground too, but he only lands one like once every 6 rounds. And I think that's why Murphy is a slight favorite. Let's see if it holds up. Barboza, 75% takedown defense, so that gives him the advantage. Has back-to-back wins over Sadiq Youssef. That's a big one by unanimous decision. And he trailed in significant strikes in a wild fight. Youssef 178 to 164 in significant strikes, but Barboza 3 takedowns to 1. Before that, he KO'd Billy Q. So Barboza's a tough fighter at any point in time for any opponent. Now, Murphy goes to a lot of decisions, but he does have 2 KOs in the last 5 fights, all wins. KO wins over Makwana Mirkani and Ricardo Ramos. He went to a decision and won against Douglas Da Silva Andrade, Gabriel Santos, and Josh Kulabayo. So, this is why this fight is tough to predict. This is why Murphy is a slight favorite. Everyone knows that Barboza is capable of winning. But Murphy is undefeated. So how do you go against him? He's got that one draw on his record, but he's undefeated at 13-0. So I got no choice but to go with Murphy. Even though I'm a big Edson Barboza fan, said a while back I believe this guy could still win the title, but he's running into a very tough fight and a very worthy main event against Lerone Murphy, who I think is going to win this fight by decision. And it's going to be much like other fights. I mean, Barboza can strike, but Murphy can too, and he'll land takedowns when he needs to. He'll land them when he needs to, and it's very close fight, but Lerone Murphy wins by decision, which we've seen him do time and time again. So he'll get the win and move to 14-0, remain undefeated, in my opinion. Featherweight division, UFC Vegas 92. Yeah, so we're going to need Lerone Murphy to get the victory. And I won't be surprised one bit if Edson Barboza goes in there and KOs Murphy. I mean, Edson Barboza is a beast who's been around the game for a long time, and it's a very tough prediction. I mean, it's a very tough prediction, no matter how you look at it.
He's gon' fight, he's gon' fight. Hold your breath till the end of the night. Last fighter call, UFC at its height. Bringing that thunder with all his might. Saying, step up, wanna fight? Hold up, think twice. Gladiator assassin, reckless, no abandon. Walk through that cage, he'll leave your ass.